You are never too young to start learning about money, tracking it, saving it, spending, enjoying, and growing it. There are real-life lessons in the new book, Making Bank, by Shannon Lee Simmons, and she joins us this morning. And I love the title of it because making bank is kind of kid slang for making a lot of money.
Yes, big time. I picked it up from them. Yeah, they refer to it as that. So that's where it came from.
And as a certified financial planner and investment bank manager and life coach as well, you've got all these talents that you've used together to kind of tell the stories. It's an amalgam of a number of your clients.
Yeah, so well, my clients aren't normally teenagers. Normally in my day-to-day financial planning life, I'm dealing with families and adults. And what happened a couple years ago was a lot of the clients I have that have teenagers were like, my teen and I are fighting about money. They don't understand money. I'm worried about them because now at 18, you can, buy stocks from a phone. Can you sit down with them and have a session? So I started doing that, not on purpose. And I quickly realized that this cohort of teenagers is so unique. The stakes are so high for them when they turn 18 with technology and the way it's gone. And with social media and influencers and stuff like this, like they have questions about money so much earlier than my generation. Like I was talking to a 14-year-old boy about day trading. Like this is like unprecedented. So that's where the idea for the book came. And then I spent the last 2 years purposefully working with teenagers and tweens across the country to write this book.
And you also deal with things like sports gambling.
It's happening. Yes, it's happening. So again, when I was talking to these real teenagers across the country, it's happening. Sometimes the parents know about it. Sometimes the parents don't know about it. The thing that's really shifted for this demographic is the access to a phone. So you can be making bets on a hockey game or something like that with an older sibling in the room from a phone. And it's very easy. When I was a kid, if you wanted to gamble on sports, you had to go to a Proline kiosk with an older sibling, and it was like a way bigger deal, right? You couldn't just do it as this adrenaline fueled, do it moment. And so that is something that, even though that's always sort of been a theme with sometimes teenagers, it's just the ease of access now is unprecedented, and the amount of information that they have is unprecedented. And I really found that financial literacy used to come through schools or parents, and now it comes through social media as well in places that they've chosen to follow. And so that feels like, well, I'll follow this person. That's my choice. And this person resonates with me. And sometimes those influencers online are very helpful. And sometimes they're not. Sometimes they are promoting things. Sometimes they're really pushing that like make money fast, sort of high risk tolerance. So they're up against a lot, and they have tap technology, which we didn't have when we were growing up either.
Right. You've got some really clear examples, everything from like, kids from a wealthy family to kids whose family have no money at all. And how, how are they ever going to be able to afford to go to school, go out with their friends, all this kind of thing. And I love the practical examples that you give in here about, some kids may think that, oh, they don't make any money at all, but you look at things like gifts or part-time jobs and how to save and how to grow their money.
Yeah. Well, and this all came from over the 2 years that I was working with them. I was like, this is a good storyline. This is a good storyline. Like,
it's very engaging.
And thank you. Yeah. One of the things that came really clear after talking with all these kids was it couldn't be like a textbook. I had to write it like a story. So the book reads like a novel, and there's like 4 characters that are like going through life. And it has to read like that. So it's got dialogue. It's a fast read. It's fun. And so that really keeps them engaged, which is important. It's hard to get teenagers engaged and stuff. They're really funny. But that was really important to me. And also just this idea that, I think that they want to know about this stuff earlier, and even the ones that maybe some parents are thinking, my kid would never read that. I'd have to pay them to read it, which I've had parents do.
Yes. Well, we've come out to the end of our time though, but there's so much good advice in there. We're going to get the links up on our website to Making Bank by Shannon Lee Simmons. Thanks so much for chatting with us from Toronto this morning.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Okay, again, we'll get that up on our website, Making Bank by Shannon Lee Simmons.